What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here, and we're changing it up a little bit. Late in the middle of the night, got that Blade Runner attire on because it's 18 degrees out here if we're lucky. Another nice cold day in Chicago. We finished up the Discord live, and I had to have my signature cigar for that, so the window was cracked. So I'm trying to warm up a little bit. Uh, but with this late night live, some topics came up that I thought would be beneficial for the whole channel. So I'm going to record a couple little videos here as far as I got it. If you're interested in signing up for the premium Discord, it's $7.50 a month. I actually got the price on it. Um, Basically a cup of coffee at Starbucks and a donut. So give me my you're giving me my sweet tooth if you sign up for that. Um, with that, I go through all the stuff that's in there, but the big bonus to it is like our round tables that we have once a week. Changes on the day so everybody could kind of get a chance to go in there. Everyone has a chance to speak. We basically like a live coaching and just a chance where everyone's in there picking each other up. And then if you want regular coaching, all those links are down below. And you can reach out to me to see me on other platforms, the Muscular Mystic channel, all over the place. So trying to remember to plug stuff. Oh, and coaching is discounted too. It will stay 150 on the thing, but it's down. It's 33% off. So we're at $99 per hour session. So anyway, that's the coaching stuff. Trying to get better at plugging it, not as much, and all the merch stuff is linked down below. That's all that plug is. So anyway, I want to talk about what came up in the Discord today, and it's a very common thing that I feel like people they talk about it, but it's usually like deny what you see in reality, deny what you see in reality, and just it's already done and jump to it. But nobody really explains how to do stuff. So I'm going to break it down from someone who's been there, lived through it, and coached other people through this. What to do when the bridge of events is unfolding and you think it's unfolding in your favor. Because remember, everything's working out in your favor, right? What do we always say? It's all working out in your favor when things are unfolding, but they look like they're the opposite. And I have a bunch of videos on this already. I always talk about this topic, but maybe it's not even the opposite. It just seems a little unfavorable, or you can't see how it's going to work out in your favor. And I actually got done with working with somebody on this right now, and it was a topic in the Discord discussions, and it came up in the live stream. So I figure there's somebody else out there who's not part of Discord is probably having the same thing, and I know I had it too back when everything was going on. Make sure the microphone was recording. I've had that problem before as well. Um, yes, the bridge can be very uncomfortable. The personal story. I mean, if you haven't watched all my videos and stuff, it's like you wind up in a circumstance with this relationship's over. Never want to see you again. Blocked and third party, right? Like, what the fuck do you do there? There's nothing you can do. You are shut out by the 3D world. Again with being denied promotions and stuff like that. It was like uh, straight up telling you we don't like you, we don't want you on this spot, and what's it called? Yeah, it's never going to happen. And then not one man nor a million stood in the way. Everybody that was blocking me from my manifestation played their part, and the people with negative opinions of me had turned it around. The relationship had turned around, and it's a good relationship now. But in that bridge, in both cases, I experienced like every negative circumstance you could experience and say, well, what am I going to do in this situation? And that's where you control the story. If it's a specific person thing, okay, you're blocked. Being blocked is a blessing. I'll say it a million times. Being blocked is a blessing. You are the actor, writer, director, and producer, and whatever else movie terms go to what life. They apply to life, right? You are the actor, writer, director, and producer of your life. It's a cliche. Everyone says it. Let me break it down. You're the writer. Number one, script needs to be written. And you're always writing a script, aka manifesting. You are always manifesting. So if you're manifesting all the time, that means what's the one thing that's going on all the time? You're thinking. Your thoughts create. You have to consciously become the guardian of your mind, watching everything that goes in and out of your mind. What are you going to do? So you want to what's it called? Lost my train of thought. I'm not guarding my mind too well right there. um, if you so I'm trying to like give the situation without giving the full situation that I was talking to, anonymity reasons and stuff like that. But Plus, I didn't have all the details on the one, but basically, we'll use my story for example. You're experiencing the opposite, and if you're the writer of the story, you can change it. And when you take it, there's always a positive somewhere. There's always something where it's like, but I think this could still work. Everybody's got it in reality, and people will tell you that's just desperation and delusional. I'm not saying be delusional and be like, oh, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, and you're blocked and shit like that, and like going around telling the whole world. You could tell the whole world everything. That's not robotic affirming. That's not affirming. That's not manifesting. You're just lying to the world, hoping that the world believes it, so then you'll believe it. Everything goes as within, so without, right? So everything's got to start within. So you got to believe it. You could say everything outside all you want and do a bunch of actions outside. It's not going to do nothing. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not going to do nothing. In here and in here has to change and feel and believe what you want is already a present fact. So how do you make a present fact out of fucking negative circumstances? And then every time you check, which you shouldn't be checking, but if you do check or things get back to you that you don't want to hear, how do you change it? That's where the term revision comes in. And even if you don't see a direct result from revision is just going to be a tool in that moment to diffuse a spiral. So you're going to diffuse the situation by revising it. Oh, there's a third party. You could diffuse it by revising it, like I said, like you never heard that. Like, the easiest way is don't give something attention. There's a fire and you're adding fuel to it. If you cut off the fuel, the fire can't grow. Put a lid on the fire, starve it of oxygen, the fire dies. So just leave it alone if you can avoid giving it attention. If you do, change the story, be like, oh, they just told me that person broke up, or jump all the way to the end. I remember when my this whole thing was falling apart. I thought I wasn't going to get the specific person. It was third party. I was so stressed. Thank God that's done. So you jump to the end, and you just you bask in that belief, feeling, visualization, whatever thing you're doing. Like affirm those affirmations, that scripting, that visualization. You bask in it for a little bit until you catch a feeling and a mood that everything is good, calm, and peaceful now, and then relax. Don't try to okay, now I'm going to visualize this or I'm going to work. It's diffused. There's nothing to stress about. If the relationship is done, if the promotion is there, if the money's in your bank, you don't need to do anything. You could just relax. That's what you would do if you had it. I've got money in the bank. I'm not stressing how am I going to manifest more money. The money's there. If you're a millionaire, you've got the millions of dollars. Just relax. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm not going to be stressing and trying to manifest something I already have. Get it? Get it? Got it? Good, right? I said this the other day, stop manifesting. When you're manifesting, it means you don't have it. It's kind of contradicting, but we're trying to keep it simple. And the simplest, most complicated thing in the world, manifesting, right? We want to keep it as simple as we can. So you're going through something you don't want, you revise it, jump to the end, relax, just feel like, thank God. Remember, this was a problem. Use your gratitude. I remember when this was a problem, and thank God it's not now. Next, when you're calm and neutral and you're not worried about trying to fight through a spiral, and you could approach this from a creative aspect, then go to the end again and make the present reality feel like the end, the most basic manifesting thing, right? How does it feel that you're dating that specific person now? Sometimes, as the writer, and I've had this before, things you wanted to experience with your specific person are they're doing with somebody else. You put yourself in that position now. It's like, okay, you received all these details. Remove one name, insert your name. Go. If it's a third party situation, you write the third party a very polite but firm letter that, hey, you know what? You're no longer with my SP. Thank you for taking care of her or him or whatever in that time frame, and and then forgive the SP and all that stuff. I like to write the letters because once the letter's done, it's almost like I burn them. You could throw them away. You could crumple them up. You could close them in a notebook. Put the notebook under your mattress. Throw it under your bed with the dirty sock. Whatever you want to do with the letters. The letters are just to be like, because I've written this, because I wrote this goodbye letter to the third party, because I wrote this, you're going to treat me better to the bosses, or me and SP are going to be together. Because I wrote those letters, it is already assumed that it is done. You have completed the task. The manifestation is done. That's all you need to do. Why is it that I write down my mini manifestations on a list, don't look at it again for a couple weeks, then they play through? I wrote one the other day, and when it happened in reality, it was either today or yesterday. I can't remember. It's the middle of the night now. So either today or yesterday, when it played through, boom, my brain popped. I saw the page, because when I'm writing things down, I'm visualizing them as I'm doing them, like not visualizing, but feeling them as I'm writing them. You know, my I'm going to get a compliment on how my physique is looking right now, even though I know that I'm overweight because I'm bulking up. It's like, and then boom, I get a compliment on it. And like right when it was a small thing, something that's believable. This is where many manifestations come in. There's something that's believable, but also not really expected. Because it's happened in the past, there's a probability it will happen, but it's not a high likelihood. So that little bit, like that's how you strengthen that muscle. It's a lightweight, it's like lifting weights. You start with lightweight before you can get to heavy. You got to warm up. These are your warm ups, the mini manifestations. Plus, they help you get distracted. And then, when you're in this uncomfortable bridge too, start picking up hobbies that you're interested in, or double down on the hobbies you're already involved in, because you are going to continue those hobbies and that life when you have the specific person, when you have the promotion, when you have what you want. Those things are a core essence of you. And the things that you do that make you feel good, double down on those things and continue being you. Continue building yourself up. You don't need anything else to lean on to be the best version of you. You have everything you need right now, and it's right in here. So with that, you could ask more questions down below. It's late at night. I feel like I answered it pretty good, and I'm trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter. Um, if you want to join the Discord, we do have the free section. The discussion's light. If you go on the Discord, you could use that. If you want to go to all the other features, that's the paid part, and the live streams are the paid part. We go live every Monday if you're new to the channel, and I try to post a couple videos a week. Aim for 3 to 5 this week. We got one, maybe 3 by Sunday, and then we'll be back on the Monday live. But with that, remember, you can't fuck this up, and it's all working out in your favor. Sometimes the most ugly problems that you're facing are the things that lead you to your manifestation, and you just can't see it right now in the moment. The stuff I've gone through, I don't regret all the terrible things that have happened to me in my life, because those things 90% of the time were the setup to receiving what I wanted in life. And in that process, it was a transformative process. The person I was visualizing myself being, that's who I became in the process leading up to it. And it was a full seamless transition from where you are to getting what you want. And you became the person who has that in the process. It's all set up perfectly. That's why I say it's always working out in your favor, and you can't fuck this up. And like I always say, you got this. I love you guys. See you in the next one.